Mock draft time? No. It's live best ball draft time. We're drafting live on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. And I gotta tell you, I am excited to see where a couple of these players go tonight. And I don't know that we're going to necessarily see the true fall of Joe Burrow in these drafts. I've had about 5 different people DM me and say, Smitty, I saw Joe Burrow go in the 6th round. Smitty, I saw Joe Burrow go in the 7th round. Smitty, he went at 6.5. Smitty, Joe Burrow went at 6.8. I don't think we're going to be able to experience that because we all love Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow so much. But we're going to delve into it. Where's Garrett Wilson go? Where do a bunch of these guys go? Like Breece Hall, who's on the PUP, the active PUP. We're going to find out. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. Draft style, baby. Underdog Fantasy. Here's the link. Sign up now so you aren't trying to get in at the last second. Here's the link. I'm going to pin that in a second. Get going.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate every single one of you filing on in, hitting that thumb up button, leaving a comment for me. And we are going to be drafting here in just a few minutes. I'll give people a little bit of a chance to come strolling into the live stream. That link, let me pin the link right now. Let me pull up the stream and I will pin it. And then we'll wait a few minute or two for people to get into the live stream and hit that link and sign up for Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. The link has now been pinned. If you're watching a replay, the link is in the video description, in the video description of every video practically. So let's swing on over to the app right now, which I have pulled up. And if you're in the lobby and you've got home selected, we're going to scroll on over to the weekly winners. It's $15 per entry, 3.5 mil to first place. Don't click it yet. You can do an 8-hour timer version of it or the 30-second per pick. This has got 20K going to first place every single week. 10K going to second place every single week. 9K, 8K, 7K, 6K, all the way down. And week 1 has nothing to do with week 2. Week 5 has nothing to do with week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Week 17 is standalone. Week 10 is standalone. Every single week is standalone, meaning you're drafting a best ball team right now in one sitting with the knowledge that you're trying to draft a team that can win any individual week. And you win 20K. Maybe you plan everything about your draft around week 10 only. Maybe you plan your entire draft around Bimageddon. And that's what you want. You want the best shot at 10K in one individual week, and that's all you're going for. You can do whatever you want. Owen is celebrating his 2-month anniversary as a YouTube exclusive member. And he says, signed up today using code Smitty. Big year. Owen, big year, big code, big move. Appreciate you, my guy, Owen. Click the green button now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the YouTube delay, just to make sure we all kind of get in the same draft if possible. 11 more to start. We couldn't have asked for a more phenomenal setup here because now we get to have 11 of you jump in with me. I'm the only one in this draft. That is so unusual this time of night. 8, 7. You can see these spots are getting knocked off. 6, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more drafting full. And if you missed out, don't worry. Join a draft alongside of us. It's okay if you get into a draft right alongside because you're going to apply the logic. You're going to be looking at what we're doing, when we're doing it, and doing your thing alongside of our thing, if you know what I mean. Sick Nasty in the building. Appreciate you. I have a favorite week to target, says Sick Nasty. I haven't really, to be honest with you, had enough time to really delve into that part of it. I pretty much just draft best player available still in the weeklies. Like, I don't have time to target one week. I want to do that, though. I do want to take the time to look at it. You know what I find? I find in the weeklies, going best player available is even better. Because everybody's trying to do these weird things and they're drafting a couple guys too early and somebody's fallen. You know, round 3, somebody's fallen that shouldn't fall. Round 4, somebody's fallen that shouldn't fall. So it's kind of why I almost don't do anything different than best player available in the weeklies. All right, we're up. We're up, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it live. Let me just real quickly. Okay. There we go. Jamar Chase went number 1 overall. Justin Jefferson went number 2 overall. Rock Out is in this draft, number 3. He takes Bijan. I don't know how you say your name, bro. Is it Como or Coma? I don't know. I assume it's Coma. Coma takes Kelsey at number 4. I'm on the clock. I got 17 seconds left. You know, McCaffrey, even if he gets hurt, doesn't matter because in the weeklies, I like McCaffrey more than normal because let's say he balls out for 5 straight weeks and gets hurt in week 7, knock on wood, I could win any one of the weeks 1 through 7, you know, so I'm okay with that. What happened to the throne this year? We're doing the throne this year. We're just doing it in August so that we get more people in engagement. If people don't know what the throne is, it's where, what's up, bro, Fist Brad? It's where you guys draft the team for me. My people draft my team. This community drafts for their leader, and everybody's, you know, every leader gets their community to draft for them, and it's an unbelievable situation where you guys make the team. You guys draft the guys. All right, let's go back to board view real quick. So it went Jamar Chase, JJ, Bijan, Kelsey, McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Cooper Kupp, AJ Brown, and now Aloha. Aloha, where you been, bro? Where you been, Aloha? So good to see you in this draft. Brofist Brad, where have you been? Roger Johnson's usually here. He doesn't always comment. Sandu, I don't know if you're always here and just don't comment. Good to see you. Jack Needham, appreciate you. Super Mega Toast, where have you been? Nikki, where have you been? There's a lot of you that are strolling in, and man, we're getting like 200 to 300 live viewers congruent any one time during our 7 p.m. soon to turn 8 p.m. show. Soon we're turning the 7 p.m. show Eastern to the 8 p.m. show. So we're getting a lot, like 200 to 300 people in the live stream at any one moment. I think we're going to get in the 3s, 4s, and hopefully 450 to 500 range in during the season. Let's kick it into high gear, shall we? Lunchbox in the building. Owen again, appreciate you. Brandon's in here. AJ Lancaster's here. Dakota Dave, Blind Larry, Chester, Matt O in the building. Okafer's in the building. Phone lines will be open. They're really open now if you want to dial in. CD Lamb and Diggs, Austin Eckler, Chubb, Taylor and Hurts, AJ Brown and Mahomes, Cooper, Kupp, and who, Mr. Kitty, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and who. I've got McCaffrey. What's up, Lunchbox? I've got McCaffrey. Let me open the phone lines up. And let me kill the music for now. Josh Allen and then Barkley. So on the clock here, let's take a look at the available players. Olave's decent here. Pollard I like a lot in the weeklies, but I kind of feel like I'm going to go. I don't want to miss out on this wide receiver opportunity here because I believe Olave's going to maybe drop top 5 numbers this year, and McCaffrey and Olave is a fantastic beginning. To be honest with you, I couldn't pass that up. I get the balance, so that makes me feel really good in the 3rd round. I'll go best player available no matter what, but when I can force balance based on best player available, that's the best of both worlds. To walk into round 3 and be like, I don't care, I can take anybody I want. You know, no influence of position or I'm going to be scarce at this position. You can do whatever the hell you want when you come out of round 1 and 2 with a running back and wide receiver. It's just such a great feeling. I think I need to catch up on the chat here. I think I didn't scroll. I'm sorry. Smitty in the building. What's up, Chester? Jack, appreciate you. Traded Lamb for London 2024 first rounder. I mean, depends where the first rounder is. You know, like Lamb in London, I can make arguments. Get burrowed, says Chester. Is Garrett Wilson injury serious? Go watch the live stream, Thomas. Not that I won't tell you here, but we talked about that. I mean, the 7 p.m. show, which will soon be 8 p.m. Eastern permanently on August 1, by the way. But go watch the 7 p.m. show because we kick it off with Garrett Wilson and Burrow and talk about it in detail. But, I mean, he rolled his ankle. It doesn't look serious. Doesn't look crazy. We haven't heard anything crazy. We could assume the worst if we wanted to about Burrow and Garrett Wilson, but we're assuming negative things there that aren't even, there's no indication there should be even some sort of negative thought on Burrow. Everyone's like, it could be his Achilles. Like, could it be? You know, and they find out tomorrow, oh my God, we thought this was okay, and it's not. Sure. Like, anything's possible, but there's no indication. There's no reason to believe that Joe Burrow's injury wasn't just a minor strained calf, because they've already come back and confirmed there was a strained calf. There's no reason to believe that Garrett Wilson is anything more than just a minor ankle sprain. And you have people out there that trying to dissect this and be the first person to report that one of these guys might be seriously injured so that they can what? You know, claim that they said it. Well, what happens when it doesn't happen? We have no evidence whatsoever. Okay. You know, I might go unorthodox here. I might do something I don't normally do. RBs are. I got McCaffrey, Olave. I don't normally I want to draft differently than normal. I want to do something different. I'm going to go Andrews. I normally don't do that. I'm just going to try and go a little bit unorthodox here. Feel like it's the best. I do so many drafts of the same thing over and over. I don't need to do that with you guys. I'm gonna try and come in and grab something just a little bit different. Look like we might have got a gifted memberships here by somebody. Who in the heck dropped a wad of gifted memberships? I'm sure it's double A. It's double A. It's double A. Double A gifting 10 exclusive memberships to the chat. What an absolute machine and monster this double A character is. Just unbelievable.
Mashed potatoes!
Okay, double A, appreciate you. I went ahead and I went a little crazy. I took Mark Andrews, Monken, and the boys in Baltimore are going to try and pass more than ever. And I just want to try it. I've zero Mark Andrews shares. Zero until right now. So I'm going to try something different. There are a lot of players I would have normally taken right there. I didn't do it. Okay, Jordan, Morris. Okay, I'll try and remember that. I appreciate you. Smitty, pick all the guys you don't like. Smitty, pick all the guys you don't like. Maybe they'll just mess with the ADP. I don't know. I don't think one man's gonna change it. Carl Smalls, appreciate you. You were gifted a membership. Guys, everybody that got a gifted membership, drop double A, a flexing emoji or something. Lamar Jackson, Ramondre Fields. You guys are taking a lot of these guys so early, man. Fields goes in the 5th round. He's going to 32. I could have taken Gibbs. I didn't want to, help influence his ADP. Najee in the 3rd round. I mean, nobody's falling. Everybody, this is Snipe City up in here. Just total Snipe City. I'm kind of glad I'm doing what I'm doing. I may have missed it, but why the change to 8? Did you find data? No, it's actually it's a mix of a few things. One, my schedule and family obligations and school and things that I got to do. 4 o'clock Arizona time's difficult for me, and I've always made it work, but it's a sacrifice of other people in the family. So going live at 5 p.m. my time instead of 4, and then it changes to 6 p.m. for me, not for everybody else. It'd be 8 p.m. no matter what. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. It's actually like a little bit more prime time for us too. And I didn't know that I wanted to do it because we've been cemented into 7 p.m. But the overwhelming It's been overwhelming. This is good. I love it. It's 8 p.m. so much better than 7 p.m. Smitty. The only thing I don't know is how it's going to affect the graveyard show. Do we go live later again at 1 p.m.? We used to go live at 1 p.m., 1 a.m. We used to go live at 1 a.m. back in the day, and we moved that forward. So I don't really know how that's going to affect. Let's see here. Let's go London Gold. Let's go London Gold. I got Olave in London, Mark Andrews, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, so I didn't know how people were gonna respond to it, but it's been overwhelmingly great. I just don't know if we have to do the late night shows at 1 a.m. Eastern, which is 10 p.m. my time. It's not late for me, but I'm trying to accommodate everybody. Dan the Grim Reacher dropping a super chat on the screen. Appreciate you. But it's been overwhelmingly good. Definitely not mad about it. Well, I'm glad you're not mad about it. And 5 p.m. like think about it from this perspective. 4 p.m. is not a very good time West Coast. It's not. People get off at 5. It's really not. I designed that because 7 p.m. Eastern was good. That was a really good time Eastern. But going 8 p.m. Eastern is still not bad. In fact, some people are done with dinner and they're like, this is actually a really good time. And then 5 p.m. for West Coast people, and it just makes a lot of sense. Really should have put it at that time slot anyway, from the start. And I'm getting the sense that it's going to be a great move. I don't think we're going to have like a dip in viewership or something weird like that. I think it's only going to be positive. Chase, let me pick my team, and then we'll start reviewing some of these teams. This is getting a little bit thin up in here. Just a wee bit thin. What are we going to do? Who are we going to go? Who are we grabbing? On the clock. Man, I don't know. I guess we'll go. I don't know. I don't draft this combination of players very often, but I feel like this could be one of those teams that, in a weekly, they could all fire off at the same time. McCaffrey, Pierce, Olave, London, Mark Andrews. Pretty interesting squad. Let's look at these teams real quick. Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, Breece Hall, Hawkinson, Keenan Allen. Okay. J.J. Waddle, Joe Burrow, Etienne Mixon. Rock out Scott Bijan, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore. Very good team. Travis Kelce, Pollard, Devontae Adams, T. Law, Madison. Mine's McCaffrey, Olave, Andrews, Drake London, Damian Pierce. Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, George Kittle. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Allen, Ramondre Watson, Dotson. Dotson around 5. Speedy, what are you doing, man? What are you doing taking Dotson around 5? You can't do these things, Speedy. I feel like Speedy's got... that's why he's called Speedy, is he just speeds straight through a draft and just snipes the heck out of himself. Cooper Kupp, Garrett Wilson, Fields, Kenneth Walker, Judy. Very good quad. The beginning, I like it. A.J. Brown, Pat Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Hopkins, Pitts is pretty good. J.T. Hurts, T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, Brandon Ayuk. And you're about to pick and you take Terry McLaurin, okay? Austin Eckler, Nick Chubb, Herbert, DK, Lockett, Mike Williams, CeeDee Lamb, Diggs, Najee, Debo, Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift. Pretty good squads, guys. I like it. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Let's take a little gander at the board and we'll just see who is available. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't think I like my Andrews pick. In reflecting, like seeing guys like Waller and Kyle Pitts still around, I just feel like that Andrews pick, that could have just been so much better to grab a Ridley was gone, but he'll typically be there. Ramondre, Gibbs. I would just rather have that player. I wanted to try it, and that's why we do this, to test things out, right? And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I've got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. Feels a little bit early to do this, but I really like the pick a lot right now. I'm going to take Pacheco. It's not that early, but 6 rounds, it's about right if you're going to reach a little bit on him. I got to learn to take advantage of ADP. I try and tell Speedy that. I know Speedy wants to get his guy. Matto, email me, Matto. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com and email me. Best QB all time, first 3 seasons. You're talking about Herbs. I mean, he is in some categories, not in all categories. I mean, one could argue that Herbert should have, a whole lot more production for throwing the football freaking 5,000 times a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone uses that stat, but it's a very, very narrow stat to say he's the number 1 yardage. Like, yeah, but what about his touchdowns? What about the amount of yards? What about his yards per pass? There's a lot of other things you could look at, bro, and say, okay, that's not the best stat right there. So pick and choose. But I'm not saying Herbert's bad. I'm just saying there are a lot of people that are, I think, talking Herbert up when he's in a prove it year to us, more so than a give me granted he's going to do it no matter what year. Brees or Amon-Ra in 2 wide receiver leagues is not best ball. Brees or Amon-Ra, not best ball. Amon-Ra is going a lot higher than Brees Hall, so you can get both of them if you're, smart about it. Okay. I don't know who I'm going to grab here. God, you guys are just sniping maniacs. I swear. Gabe Davis, that was a little early, wasn't it? You guys are sniping maniacs. I could use a wide receiver. I don't know that I'll force it, but I could use a wide receiver pretty badly. Let's go. Just because it's weeklies, I think this could be a good move. I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers, or I'm going to go Anthony Richardson here. Going to go Anthony Richardson and get that, because I think he's going to have one of those games where he scores 40-something points a couple times. I feel like it's definitely something we could see happen. Rock out dialing in. What's up, Rock out?
By the way, I timed out on Gabe.
Oh, that was you, Gabe Davis? Okay. I was wondering. I didn't know who took Gabe Davis when I saw him come, zip by my list.
Yeah,
I
was clicking on it and then it glitched, whatever.
What's your team so far, Rock out? You got a good team. You got Bijan, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, and Gabe Davis. That's pretty good squad. I regret going. I'm the far right team right here. I regret going Andrews. In hindsight, I mean, I just feel like a Conquo is just so much better in terms of the cost of entry, and to give yourself like a Gibbs on top of a Conquo over, like, give me Gibbs and a Conquo over Andrews all day long. Especially, like, what player are you getting where you're getting a Conquo? That duo is so not comparable. Brofist Brad dropping a $20 holler on screen. Brofist doing work in here. Brofist.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Tony went 7.9.
Brofist Brad. Brofist Brad, bring in the thunder in there. Give me a Brofist there, Brad. Brofist Brad says that time slot will definitely benefit the channel's growth. I've been in and out lately, but come season time, I'm here. Started grad school this year, been crazy busy. Appreciate you. Smash that button, Smitty to the moon. Thank you, Brofist Brad. Thank you for dropping that 20 spot, and congrats on grad school. That ain't easy. I did that. It's not easy. It's not easy balancing that with what you're probably also doing, I imagine, in your life. I'm sure you're also working, family, extracurriculars, all that stuff. I'm sure it's pretty hard, Brofist. So hats off to you. I'm almost on the clock here, Rockout. I like my team. I just don't know how I feel about that Andrews pick. Let me just see if I can get a wide receiver here.
I know who you.
What?
I have a feeling who you might take.
I don't know. There's a couple guys I like here, and I'm probably just going to take Jameson Williams and just try and, like I said, weeklies. I'll take a different gamble here and there with the weeklies, just because, maybe at week 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, he's popping off. And that's all you got to worry about. None of this is season long when you're doing the weeklies. None of it. I just want everyone to know we're doing a draft where no week is tied to the next week. There's no total point winner. There's no Super Bowl. It is literally who wins week 1, $20K. Who gets second in week 1, $10K. Who gets third, $9. Who gets fourth, $8, $7K, $6K, $5K, all the way straight down. Week 2 starts. Doesn't matter what anybody did in week 1. Nothing's carried over. Who wins week 2? $20K. Same thing every single week. It's like 17 individual leagues with the one team that you draft. So it's so fun. This is the best version of best ball that I think exists out there. And where can you find it? Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Did I do when I did my rant today? Was my other mic not hot? Because I'm looking at it.
Might have. I'm not sure.
I'm switching my camera angles and I'm seeing that other mic on, and I'm like, did I just do a? Dang it. Okay.
Probably up.
Yeah, nice pick on the Charbonnet pick. I was gonna go that route. You probably pissed off the Walker owner pretty bad, unless you're not the Walker owner, are you?
Not me.
Not you. I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers here because it's weeklies, and I want to have a good quarterback rotation going. Christian McCaffrey, Damian Pierce, Isaiah Pacheco, Olave, London, Jameson, Mark Andrews. I'm feeling pretty good about this team. I think during like one given week, I could definitely ball out. Could definitely have those guys balling on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Boston College, nice, bro. Nice job. We have any other super chats? Brofist Brad to the moon. Okay, let's see here. By the way, the backyard's coming in sweet. Oh, G Money, I'm so sorry I missed this right here. Brofist Brad, thank you for the $4.99. Thank you for the $19.99. Dan the Grim Reacher, thank you for your super chat. And then G Money dropping in says, thanks, Smitty. Looking forward to the season. G Money, I'm going to give you a standing O because I didn't see you immediately. It wasn't that long, but I just, Let's go, mashed potatoes. My boy G Money in the building. My boy. Appreciate you, G Money. Anybody else wants to dial into the show? The phone line is open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I'm pretty tired. We did, couple live streams today. This is the third one. I've got the yard stuff going on. I've been in the sun. My face, you can't see it on camera because of the blue, all the lighting and stuff in here. But my head sunburn, it's so sore. My face is kind of red. It just the lighting, you can't really tell. But got a little bit of a headache going on, which is why I got the blue light blocking glasses on. I usually put these on it. I'm probably going to start wearing these at night a lot of the time now. People always say, why you got your sunglasses on? They're blue light blocking. They also block the sunglasses that are blue light, and sunglasses work really well with all the LEDs and the lighting and screen, screen beams that are right into my eyes. And I'm looking at these screens longer than any of you are looking at your screen at work. So if you can imagine, let's see. I'm gonna go Zay. You know what? I gotta say, I feel like when Ron Navy's in a draft, and if Ron's watching, I don't mean this offensively, but when Ron Navy's in a draft, I really have to start I walk on eggshells as to who I'm gonna draft, because right now I'm oh, who had Ridley, who has Trevor Lawrence, whenever Ron's not in the draft, I don't have those concerns at all. But when Ron's in the draft, I'm just sitting there going, oh God, who did I just take that was Ron's? He's the one guy that you know you're gonna hear from if you draft somebody. Hold on, Rockout. Let's go over to Nick. Nick, you're live, and then Lancaster, I'll come to you next. Go ahead, Nick. You're live. What's up?
What's up, Smitty? It's Nicky.
What's up, Nicky?
I did a draft today, and I got Burrow, Bijan, Brees, and Garrett as my 4 horsemen, right?
That's strong.
And I'm trying to set it over the edge, but the guy I'm trying to trade with, he's trying to take advantage of me, and I don't know if I should just pull the trigger or not. Here's the situation. I got Charbonnet, but I want Walker. I offered him Swift and Dobbins for Walker, but he sent me back Swift, Dobbins, and Lockett for Walker and Eli Moore.
I'd probably take, and this is a dynasty?
No, it's a redraft, but It's a 2 flex. So I'm kind of neat. I have Lockett and Dotson as my wide receiver too.
All right, let me jot that down in a second. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, take your time, Smitty.
I'm gonna time out. Who'd I get? Sutton. Oh God. Good Lord. I want to vomit in my mouth. Okay. Here, let me write this down. So you'd be getting Walker. Sutton, son of a B. You're getting Walker, and you're giving up Lockett.
Swift and Dobbins.
JK and
But
Swift.
I'd be getting Eli Moore too.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you like that?
I like it, but it's 2 flex, and my wide receiver 2 would be Dotson, and then I would probably start Walker and Sharps as my 2 flexes. I love the Walker. I think it puts me over the edge because my team's nice, but the thing is, I'd be.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how you.
I guess what I would say is, number one, you don't know what you're getting in Swift, which I love them, but you don't know what you're getting. They are using them in the slot a lot right now. They're throwing the ball to him. I'm excited about Swift.
Yeah.
I really am. He's a moon man for a reason. J.K. Dobbins is holding in and holding out at the same time. I mean, who knows what the hell this guy's doing? He's injury prone. I'm just not super sold on that. And bottom line is, Walker's better than, in my opinion, better than Lockett and either one of those guys. Okay, so Lockett and Swift, Lockett and JK, give me Walker straight up. I'll do that all day long. So the question is, doing that all day long, that stance that I just described to you, does Elijah Moore with the remaining player flip it back in the other direction, or is it arguable? And the answer is it's probably arguable. You could argue either side of this trade, but give me Walker and Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore could have a good year. I think he could be. You could even do this, bro. You could even say, you know what? Let's take out Elijah Moore and let's take out Lockett. Now, everybody might not agree with that, but I think I could justify that. And so is Walker better than J.K. and Swift? Well, J.K. is getting drafted probably now, I imagine, in the 6th round, and Swift's going in the 6th or 7th round. Walker's going really in 5. So like fair market value wise, maybe it's close, or the J.K. Swift side's better fair market value wise. But where do I believe Walker belongs? I think he still belongs in the top 15. So
Yeah, he's great.
You're stealing him away is the main thing. So I personally would do it, but that's me.
All right, cool. Yeah. Then my team would be Burrow, Bijan, Brees, Walker, Garrett Wilson, Dotson, and Charbonnet.
I mean, that's
that
strong.
would be my line.
That's strong. I like Charbonnet, but we don't even know if he's going to get carries. So you might want to look into,
Well, then it'd be Eli Moore.
Yeah, you'd probably start. You'd want to start Elijah Moore at first. Charbonnet's great,
Okay.
but he could play special teams. He might get 0 carries. Like that's what I've been telling everybody. Kenneth Walker, I can hear it now. It's gonna be like, in the news report, Kenneth Walker gets 24 carries. Zach Charbonnet 0. I just don't understand how everybody thought that Zach Charbonnet was gonna march in and get all these touches. It's gonna be all you hear on the radio. Like anybody listens to the radio anymore. It's just can hear it right now. Everybody just talking it up. Like did we like they're gonna drag us into that? Did we overestimate how much of an impact Zach Charbonnet is gonna have? And I love Zach Charbonnet. And you draft Walker and not Charbonnet, you should be just ashamed of yourself. Just absolutely ashamed of yourself. It's the biggest no-brainer, period. But that isn't to say that Charbonnet's taking his job. It's just to say it's the safest move you can make. And Charbonnet is good enough that if he gets in there, there's a chance that he hangs on to 40% of the carries, and that does scare you a little bit to like want both of them. But I don't know. I have a feeling in a worst case scenario, we're looking at like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and when they were both firing off.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I drafted Sharps to kind of give myself that leverage, because he took Walker, and I was like, well, I'll either try to give him Sharps or something good, or get Walker. So here we go. I just accepted the trade.
I like
took
that.
Walker from him, baby.
All right, hang tight, Nick. Let's get on over to Lancaster. Lancaster, what's up, pal?
Okay, I was going to call in and tell you about the strategy I'm doing, but I'll tell you in about 3 picks. 3 picks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing something here.
Secret strategy.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure it out. Let's take a gander at it. Where are you drafting from? What draft slot?
I'm at the 111 year draft.
Okay, the 11 pick.
Yep.
Eckler, Chubb, Herbert, DK, Lockett, Mike Williams.
Oh man, Kendrick just went. Okay.
So you're going a certain matchup? Is it a matchup based thing?
Here. So my first half of the draft, it was all people in the same bye week, and then it's BPA.
Mm-hmm.
So I had basically, it's everybody's current spike weeks. Everybody tries to go for somebody who's on bye week 7 or 10 for this draft. They're doing something that, like you're doing everybody on the same bye week. I got everybody on bye week 5, and then it's everybody else who's spike.
Yeah.
Spike.
I mean, it's tough to say what's going to work. What my strategy's been to let everybody do what you're doing, and then I'm just going to come in and say, okay, who fell? Because I feel like everybody's got these weird approaches, which are fun, and I want to try some. But like I find myself in a weekly going, why in the hell is this guy still here? Because everyone's reaching. You're seeing somebody reach for a a wide receiver because of a bye week or something, and then I see London fall, and I'm like, let's go. Let's get on board.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's kind of crazy because I started off Eckler, Chubb, Justin Herbert. Like that's realistic. And then it's just okay. Where's the correlation and where's our spike weeks for these people? So
Yeah.
it's a fun format,
I hear
man.
you. I hear you, broski. Let me go over to Kyle's super chat. Kyle says Smitty is back. Smitty is back. That means so am I. Smitty is back. Oh, just today. I thought maybe you meant like back, like I'm back live, like I've gone anywhere. 304 area code. Who's this? You're live.
In your draft.
All right, Austin.
But I have a question about like my ESPN draft.
Okay.
So I have Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback.
All right.
So I'm not trading him, but I have two wide receivers that this dude wants: CeeDee Lamb and Terry McLaurin. And he's trying to give me Kenneth Walker and Tyreek Hill. Would you take that?
What is the trade?
CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, and OBJ for Kenneth Walker and Tyreek Hill.
CeeDee Lamb. Let me write it down for you. Sorry, I'm trying to draft at the same time. Lamb. One more time. I'm sorry, bro.
McLaurin, Odell Beckham.
Odell for Walker
And Hill.
And Hill, Tyreek Hill. Why would you not want that trade?
Yeah. Because Hill would be pretty much running my backup because they want CeeDee Lamb as my, like, CeeDee Lamb's on my flex because I already have Jefferson and Chase at the starting.
And this is redraft?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Hill's going higher than Lamb, but like even if you were to say I like Lamb more quietly, like Walker, I like Walker way over these two. So I mean, you're crushing that trade, man. That's a got him trade.
Got him.
Okay.
That's a smash. That's an easy smash.
So take it.
Yeah. Don't take it. Smash it.
Okay.
All right. What was your
Thank
name?
you.
What was your name, bro?
Austin.
Austin. Where are you calling from?
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay, I'll put you in here. Austin from West Virginia. All right, pal. All right, hang tight for me real quick. Let me go on over to... I guess there's no one new on the phone. We got a bunch of people on the line, but I think everybody's talked so far. Nikki, you got anything else?
Yeah, I called a couple weeks ago about keepers and the whole Saquon mess. Keeping Lamb, we all decided to keep Lamb. I'm on board with that, but it's Diggs or Saquon as my second keeper.
I'd probably go Saquon, even though Diggs goes slightly ahead of him because you can keep him for future years, right?
Yeah, I can keep him for 2 seasons, so this one and then probably next year too.
Yeah, I mean Diggs probably has 2 years left, so I don't know that I'm going to time out again. Goodness gracious, look at me. I got him. Mims. Okay, I just swiped him. I didn't really want Mims, but I didn't want to get timed out. I didn't want to get Cortland Sutton again. So at least I got Sutton and Mims. I think, bro. Diggs has 2 years left, so I don't think this limited keeper is a big deal in terms of either one of those guys. But I don't know. I guess I want Barkley. I think Barkley's gonna have a top 5 running back season. Diggs is a little bit shaky to me. He wants out of Buffalo. What does that mean? if he does get out, which I don't know that he will, what happens? Where does he go? These wide receivers, these diva wide receivers, have no idea what a good situation looks like. Antonio Brown admitting he should have never left Pittsburgh, going to the Raiders and thinking that was good when he was traded to the Buffalo Bills to play with Josh Allen, and he wanted to go to the Raiders instead, and he refused to go to Buffalo. Remember that? He was traded. You guys remember that? He was traded to Buffalo. He was traded to Buffalo, and he said, no, I'm not going. And Buffalo's like, well, we don't want a guy that's not going to want to play for us, so we'll just go ahead and rescind the trade offer. And this guy goes
running around outside like he won the World Series when he got traded to the Raiders.
Yeah, I did it. Grandma, I did it. Grandma, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it, Grams. Josh Allen. Forget Josh Allen. So, like, these guys don't know what's good for him. They really don't. They really don't. Like Adams, thinking he was going to leave Aaron Rodgers. Now look at him. And so Diggs, where's Diggs want to go? Where does he want to play? He probably wants to go play with somebody that literally is not as near as good a quarterback at all. You can't find better than Josh Allen, because unless he gets traded to like KC or something, like what's he going to do? How is he going to go find a better situation? Not only is Josh Allen the best situation for him, the rapport is there. They don't run the ball. Like, what in the hell's wrong with him? Yeah, I just give me Barkley. I think Barkley's a big year.
That sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, but go. I mean, PPR. I mean, Diggs could have a good year still. I don't hate either way.
It's really a toss up, but
I guess I would say, can you draft Barkley back easier than Diggs? Probably, yeah, but barely. So I mean, you could just go Diggs and then maybe Barkley's still there. But that's a tough one, my man. That's a real.
I'm drafting at 12 too, because we brought it home last year. So,
attaboy. That's what we like to hear. I'm just reaching like we're almost at the last couple picks. I'm just reaching like crazy here. I'm not even paying attention to the last couple picks I had. So team so far: McCaffrey, Olave, Mark Andrews. That's where I went wrong. I'm never drafting Mark Andrews again in the third round. I just hate the look of the team comparatively to what if I got a Okonkwo later. But it's still a good team. McCaffrey, Chris Olave, Mark Andrews, Drake London, Damian Pierce, Isaiah Pacheco, Anthony Richardson, Jameson Williams, Aaron Rodgers, Zay Jones, and so on. A lot of good teams in here. Rock out. You got a good squad. You got Bijan, Derrick Henry, Calvin Ridley, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore, Mike Evans, Gabe Davis, Elijah Moore, Zach Charbonnet, Derek Carr, Okonkwo. Nice job. A lot of good squads. A lot of good ones. I like them. Real quickly, circling around the phone line, Austin, what do you think about Joe Burrow right now? What are you concerned? Are you taking advantage and drafting him wherever you can get him?
So
yeah, go ahead.
Mainly, I normally take Joe Burrow or Jalen Hurts. So most of my drafts, I have Joe Burrow. So when I heard the news about him getting injured, I was kind of worried, but I'm still going to use him. But I will still have backups for him, just in case.
Yeah, I'm not worried, but I mean, is there a chance that tomorrow they say, "Oh, we did further testing and there is some stress on his Achilles, and he's going to go see a specialist or something like that"? Here I go.
In that case, in the one I'm currently just finished, I've got Dak Prescott behind him.
Yeah, not bad. Nikki, are you worried about Joe Burrow, or are you taking advantage of his 5th or 6th round ADP? I had 2 people DM me that saying he went in round 7 in their best ball draft. I had one or 2 people say round 6, and then a bunch of people in the live chat were saying, not a bunch, but like maybe 3 people in the live chat earlier were like, I'm not taking him any higher than, or I'm taking him at round 6, no earlier than round 6 right now. So I feel like the overreaction is gonna be just gold.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. unless it comes back with Achilles, like you said, he's special, something like that. But,
Hey, can you guys mute? Can everybody mute unless you're talking? Because we got a lot of background. I don't know who's got the show on or there's. Can we get?
But, yeah, I'm taking advantage of the ADP now. If he drops, we're taking it. Like that's
Yeah.
It's not that it's good. Like you said, we're not celebrating injury, but if Burrow's falling around, hello, that's more value for us.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't understand why you're making more assumptions that it's worse than it's being reported than to make assumptions in the other direction. Like literally, they've confirmed already. The report here. Let me see if I can grab this report. This is the updated report, not the initial one where they're okay. We think that this is what it is. Here's the Diana Rossini report that came in at the end of the live stream that says that Joe Burrow, ESPN Diana Rossini confirms Joe Burrow has been diagnosed with a strained calf. It's not like a big tear or anything. That is the initial word from Coach. That was the initial word from Zach Taylor, and it's also the word of Bengal sources, quote unquote. The team does not believe that it's an Achilles issue. Burrow still may require more tests, but so anything could happen tomorrow. But you're assuming it's such a much more risky proposition to assume something negative when we've already had multiple reports saying it's a strained calf. So it's like I don't know what it is about people freaking out. I get it. It's a big deal to people. They don't want to invest in an injury situation, but this is a great opportunity. I say take full advantage.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting him at the same value we got him last year now, and he's still got 6 weeks till the season starts. He's smoking a cigar, getting a massage right now.
Can you imagine if he goes later? He actually goes later than last year. Last year was about a 6-rounder, 7-rounder, 6-7 round. This depends on when you drafted.
Yeah, I got him 6 left.
Can you imagine if he goes around 7? It's like he goes around later. Like if I went into a coma a month ago and woke up now, and you're like Joe Burrow's going around 7, I'd be like, what happened to him? Did he lose his leg?
I still like him over L-Jack. Like he's still there for me, man.
All right, everybody mute if you could, please. Some of you say you mute and then you don't, and then I got a bunch of echoes. Let's go over to Okafor real quickly. I'm probably not going to stay too long, guys. So Okafor, hit me with what you got, and then I'm going to probably circle around and get out of here tonight a little early. But what's up, Okafor?
Now, a couple of things, Smitty. So on the Burrow news, man. I know everybody likes to be optimistic about Burrow, but and I know you as the captain of the Burrow ship, you like to keep things smooth sailing. Keep your passengers nice and calm. But I'm here to rock the boat. Have you seen the size of Joe Burrow's calves, Smitty?
Have I seen the size of Joe Burrow's calves?
Yes.
Well,
the size of it's like a pregnant ostrich. All right. Man probably tore his calf off the ball. But that's not the point anyway. Let me go ahead and move on from there.
Well, we have a confirmed report from ESPN off of the other report that says that it is a calf strain as originally diagnosed. So at what point do you think there's a lying scheme going on here, Okafor?
Hey, it's me. I don't know. I just call things like I see it, man.
How are you calling this though? You're completely guessing in the negative direction. Like it's one thing to be like, okay, he went down, and we come in and we all guess. What is it? ACL, Achilles, torn calf? Like we're all in the same playing field. Some of us have been doing it longer than others, Okafor, like myself. But if you come in here and you're firing off, assumptions like that, that makes more sense because we have no information. They've literally come to you 3 times today and told you that it is a strained calf, and you're coming in saying you're calling it like you see it, and you have nothing to go on. You said ostrich. He has an ostrich-sized calf.
Maybe like a flamingo.
You're coming in here throwing mud all over the walls. You're just trying to get anything to stick, Okafor. You literally just took away some of your authority in arguments and debating because you came in with nothing. You came in empty-handed. You know, Junior Soprano told Tony Soprano, next time you come in heavy. And you came in with nothing. Nothing in your hands, bro.
That was just an appetizer, Smitty.
All right, hit me with your next
But,
amazing take.
No, the real meat is about this guy, Brees Hall. I know you've been seeing the reports about Dalvin Cook coming in and not taking his job. Let me reduce the hot heat. But there could potentially be some issues because
Sounds like
the OC for the Jets is man we all know and love. What's his face?
You don't even know who
Nathaniel
you don't even know who he is. Hackett. You don't,
I remember what
you don't even know what you're saying, Okafor. You're coming in with you're firing blanks again.
No, he was on the Broncos, and you saw it in there with Javonte and Melvin Gordon. So if he tries to be a super offensive coordinator genius again, and through his massive intellect, try to pull a big brain move of splitting carries between Dalvin and Brees again, which they're probably all going to do at the beginning of the season, until they feel just to be, I guess, take it slow with Brees. But if they continue it throughout the season, would not really surprise me in the least. So,
okay. Welcome to the show, Captain Obvious. He's going to be eased in. We've already heard that. They've explained that. They came in and said they're going to do right by him. They're going to give him enough work, not too little work, but enough work. No one's expecting him to come in, but Dalvin Cook has nothing to do with that. They're going to ease him in to make sure he's healthy, but this is Brees Hall. This is a guy that would have potentially won Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, had he not gotten hurt. This team's got both the guys that would have been fighting for Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's how good the Jets are. But do you really believe they're bringing in and signing an often injured, aging running back to impact Brees Hall, who's the future of this rushing attack? And not to mention, Hackett barely has a parking spot. Okay, he's not the head coach like he was in Denver. He has had success in Aaron Rodgers' offenses with Aaron Jones exploding and doing well. So there is concern. I would say if no Rodgers showed up to the equation and it was Hackett and they brought Hackett over to bring Rodgers over and Rodgers never came, I probably would come in here and say, you know what, I have some concerns. No quarterback, no Aaron Rodgers. Hackett's there. What's Garrett Wilson going to do? But this is an entirely different formula now. Not to mention, we don't even know what strings Hackett can pull at this point. You think Salah's going to let him take Brees Hall off the field? Like, come on, Okafor, you're firing blanks tonight. There's nothing here. This is all your conjecture, and there's no substance at all to either of these arguments.
Hey, I feel like that Brees Hall pick was a pretty substantive one. Everybody knew. Everybody figured Javonte was the more talented back, but they kept giving carries to Gordon. But at least now they have like a reason. It's not like the reason they were doing it to Javonte, I guess, is because he was a rookie, and they just didn't want to give him all the carries. And maybe Hackett like a committee. I don't know what.
Okay, but number one. So let me tell you something. So are you fading Brees Hall? Is that what you're trying to say? Because if you say no, then I don't know what you're even talking about. I imagine you are. I imagine you're fading Brees Hall.
Going in the third round now. That was without the news. If Dalvin comes in,
no. I'm asking I'm asking you right now. Are you fading Brees Hall right now? I imagine you are. You wouldn't have called in and made it a talking point. Are you fading Brees Hall?
If Dalvin comes in,
no, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you. Right now,
so
are you fading Brees Hall?
No, because nothing has happened yet.
Man, what are we talking about? What are we doing here?
Hey,
what are we doing? Your credibility is getting blown to pieces right now.
Actually, hold on. What I say and I guess what I do is different.
That makes sense. That's the first thing you've said all night that makes sense. What you say and what you do are completely different. You call in and you try and tear down Brees Hall and I ask you a simple question: are you in or out on Breece Hall? Then you start giving me the runaround and double talk, saying, well, if Cook comes. Not what I asked you. Right now, with the concerns you're bringing up, are you fading Breece Hall? And you just said no. So what are you doing here?
It's good. All things, there's different factors. Like, I have a lot of Breece Hall, so I'm not going to want to draft him anymore since I'm kind of overweight on him and this news is around, I'm going to not draft him anymore.
This news,
kinda
what?
like,
but you're assuming he's gonna land. Dalvin Cook's gonna land in New York. Like, you're just assuming, just like people thought that Hopkins was gonna land in New England, just like people thought he was gonna go to KC, he was gonna go to Buffalo. Dalvin Cook's been sitting out there just getting stale. And now he's got the off the field issues that are potentially going to creep back in the domestic situation that we knew wasn't really going to go away. And I said that about 5-6 different times during last season, going, everyone's assuming this thing's going away. It's just going dark for right now. And sure enough, here Dalvin Cook is back in the news. His market value is tanking. Miami isn't going after him hardcore like everybody thought. And just because he goes and visits with the Jets, where the Jets are going to lowball him, and he's probably going to leave upset and unhappy. Look, he could sign. I'm not saying it's impossible. And if he did, it doesn't freak me out. If he did, you know what it does? It makes me want to draft Breece Hall more at his newfound ADP that he's about to have. Because if Dalvin Cook signs in New York, just like Charbonnet was drafted into Seattle situation, Breece Hall goes around 4.5. Breece Hall falls to 4.5, and it does it suck for the drafts that you've already had? I mean, yeah. I mean, just like drafting Walker in the big board in January on an Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Right there. Look at that beautiful sign. Code Smitty. Link is pinned in the live chat. You want to draft with us next time, make sure you hit that link that's pinned in the live chat. But am I pissed off about Charbonnet landing in Seattle for my pre-NFL draft best ball teams? You bet your bottom dollar I'm pissed off about it. I was pissed off, but guess what? Do you know how many drafts I've done since the NFL draft? Way more than I did pre-NFL drafts. So those pre-NFL drafts, who gives a crap at this point? I'm literally doing all my redrafts late. I'm doing all my main underdog drafting after the NFL draft. So, and I've even looked back at a handful, like, and when I say a handful, I mean like 50 or 100. I've looked back on my big boards in January, February on Underdog Fantasy, and almost every scenario I have Walker and Charbonnet on the same team because I'm drafting them like crazy. So even though I paid the price for Walker, I still cuffed it. And I still love the teams. I look back at the teams, and there's other things that we stole away that climbed up later, so it all kind of wash. But what I'm trying to emphasize here with you, Okafor, is that you are petrified about Dalvin Cook, and you have no clue if he's even going to sign there. You're on my show influencing a petrified Peter or two that maybe doesn't listen to me fully, and you come in here and you just spark a little fear in their belly about Dalvin Cook, and you have no clue if Dalvin Cook is really going to sign and be a New York Jet. So now Petrified Peter is going to go and not make that trade that's being offered to him right now because he heard little Okafor come on the show and spark some concern about something you don't even know is going to happen, bro. You don't even know if it's going to happen.
This is just, I'm sure if it's going to happen, it's going to happen relatively soon. It's until that happens, proceed with caution. Until we find out where Dalvin is going.
I'm not like hating the take. I just think that that when you said no, you're not fading him. I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about. I feel like you coming in here trying to ruffle feathers. My feathers aren't getting ruffled though. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just saying we're in the assumption situation in both this Joe Burrow and Breece Hall with these injuries. Or the injuries, Breece Hall's recovery, the PUP assumptions. Oh my God, maybe he's going to miss time. The Dalvin Cook situation, maybe he's not fully healthy yet, and they want to bring in Cook, and Cook's going to take his job when Cook can't even stay healthy, and he's losing a little bit of a step. You can tell I think he's still effective, but he's not going to take Breece Hall off the field. So if Breece Hall ends up facing Dalvin Cook as competition and Cook signs with the New York Jets, I'm just going to sit back for a minute. I'm probably going to go live immediately and tell everybody, let's see where his ADP is. And I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a good thing at the end of the day because I'm not worried about Charbonnet. I need the cuff. The cuff's important. The cuff wins you a league if Walker goes down. But I'm not worried about Charbonnet stealing Kenneth Walker's job, just like I'm not worried at all about Breece Hall having his job taken from even Dalvin Cook, because Breece Hall is the future of this team, and he's already there. It's not like in the Javonte situation. Javonte wasn't in the role yet. Breece Hall was in the role. It's his job to lose. It is his job. He is the youthful part of this team. It's Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and their fearless leader, Aaron Rodgers. And there's nothing that's going to change about that pecking order. But you stay clear of them. We'll go ahead and scoop them up, Okafor. I still appreciate you. I appreciate your take. I appreciate you as a person. You're a good dude. We always like you. I don't mean to rip apart your stance here, but I mean, it felt a little shaky, you coming in tonight saying 2 negative things in a row. 2 negative things in a row with no real substance behind it. And you say you like the guy you're ripping on. Come on, Okafor.
Smitty's got tiny calves, man. If he goes back out there, he might pop another calf.
He's got tiny calves? He's got tiny calves?
No, bro. Hey, bro, we skipping leg day, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't have tiny calves, and I keep pulling my calf. So maybe the more meat you have on the bone, bro, it becomes a problem.
I guess.
You know. All right. I think I'm gonna.
That's all I got.
I think yeah. You got anything else? You got anything positive, Okafor? Or are you just trying to come in and tear down the mood?
Hey, Smitty, I'm like devil's advocate. I got to bring some negativity.
All right.
No.
You know, you do it in the most positive way. I'll tell you that. It doesn't feel negative. It feels like a little fly. You know, it's just kind of batting around a little bit. You're not coming in with any thunder, Okafor. It's pretty soft. I don't mind it. All right, Okafor, actually, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to cycle everybody off the line. I appreciate you calling in.
All righty.
We'll see you tomorrow. All right, Lancaster, final thoughts, Okafor. Guy cracks me up.
Don't worry. I don't have anything that extensive. Just want to say thanks for letting me draft with you guys. And just remember that my name is Aaron JL on Underdog. So that's where I'm at when I'm drafting with you, man.
Are you trying to, is that a shot? Is that a shot over the bow? Like, hey, just remember, when you see Aaron JL, that is me, and I'm coming for you.
You always just forget. Like,
I do.
Is that one of ours?
Hey, Aaron.
I don't know.
Aaron, I hate to break it to you. I'm probably not going to remember, but I will do my best. Aaron.
Yeah, probably not.
Aaron.
Probably not.
Let me see. Aaron JL. Okay. I'm going to try and remember this one. I got to bump something out of my brain because I can only keep you don't know how much stuff goes through my one in one ear and just falls out the other because I just can't hold any. Can only hold so much. You know, even the things that I'm told to do by Miss Smitty every day, they all fall right out the other side of the ear. You know, let me shove something out. Let's see. Everything Okafor just said, let me push that through and just pull it right out. Now I have more room for Aaron JL. I'm gonna try and remember it. Okay, Lancaster, you're a good dude. Call in anytime. Okay.
All right, man. You have a good night. Cheers.
Later. Nikki, you got 10 seconds.
Been a lifelong Jets fan. It just feels good, man. They're looking good. Breece Hall looking handsome as ever in those throwback uni, smiling. Like, I feel good. It just feels good this year.
Yeah. And
appreciate you, Smitty, having me on. Love the show, brother. Been watching for years, man, and to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, you're Jets, bro. This is it for you. I mean, this is what you've been waiting for. This is amazing. And Aaron Rodgers saying he's gonna literally play another year after this year, pretty much. I mean, without saying it for sure, he's like, you know, doesn't feel like a 1 year and done thing. I mean, you know he's excited. You know he's feeling fresh. He's feeling like a young kid again, with hanging out with all the youngsters. He's just feeling fresh and spry, and they're going to keep him healthy. You know, they're going to protect him. They're going to stretch the field. Defense is going to put him on the 1 yard line. It's just going to be like, Aaron, time. Sure. Aaron, grab your helmet. Go in. We're going to put you on the 1 yard line this time. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. We'll go on the 1 yard line. Hey, Aaron, don't even grab your helmet. You don't even need it. It's just one play. You're at the 1 yard line. He's going to go out there without his helmet, snap the ball, hand it to Breece Hall into the end zone. Boom. Garrett Wilson reverse touchdown. All right, Nick.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. I'm excited for my dad. You know, he's been watching for 60 years. Like, hopefully, they do something. So, but appreciate you, Smitty, brother.
Hey, yeah. Hey, if you guys win the division, I want you to call in with Pops, and we'll be celebrating it. All right.
That's a deal.
All right, later, Nicky. Appreciate it.
That's a deal, brother.
All right.
All right, brother.
Angus. Angus says, Smitty, it's Angus. Super chat. Appreciate you, Angus. Appreciate you dropping the super. The test, I haven't given you any time yet, so let's give you a little bit more than 10 seconds, but try and keep it as short as you can.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to call in. I was just going to ask you about my team real quick. It's the Pomeranian Superflux on Underdog. Let me show you my team. Pretty scary quarterback room, but I got Bijan, Tony Pollard, Ramondre Stevenson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Singletary, Chase Brown, and a late round flyer in James Robinson. But I got Jamar Chase, Mike Evans, Treylon Burks. I know you're not a fan of him, but he fell to me. And Rondell.
It's good.
Rondell Moore, Jonathan Mingo, Alec Pierce, Nathaniel Dell, and I got Okonkwo and Komet as my tight ends. But along with Jimmy G, Desmond Ridder, and Sam Howell.
I like Sam Howell like as your second quarterback, like a sneaky, but yeah, Jimmy G, Ridder. You know what I would have done if I was you, bro? I wouldn't have gone after the fourth running back, and I would say, give me a QB. Because you can only start three running backs.
For sure.
Yeah, run that back again and try it with a better QB. You know who also works pretty well is you go Brock Purdy, with an Aaron Rodgers or something. You just get like a little combo going there, and that's going to cost you very little. Like Aaron Rodgers was floating out there till around 10 or something like that, and you let him slip past you.
Yeah, I agree. It's scary for sure. The QB room was scary, but when I saw Ramondre Stevenson, bro, especially still there, I was like, I just had to smash that.
Yeah, but like when Rodgers was there, and that's where you should have, because he was still available till 9-10, something like that. Just try and run that back.
You're right. You're definitely right.
All right, Saeed. Yeah, I got your. Thank you. Appreciate you, Detest. We'll see you later.
Yeah, take care, man.
Yeah, Saeed, I got your message right here. I'm sorry. Hey, Smitty, Dynasty, Superflex, Garrett Wilson, Ramondre, or Breece Hall, CD. I'm going to go Breece Hall CD. I love Garrett Wilson. I like him a little more than Lamb, to be honest. So we'll give the slight edge to Garrett Wilson on that side of the trade. And then on the other side of the trade, Breece Hall versus Ramondre. I like Ramondre a lot. And I know Detest just got off the phone and said he's excited about drafting him. I think he's good in redraft. I'm not fading him at all or ghosting him at all. I do believe, though, that long term, we don't know what in the heck's in store for him. So I kind of feel like Breece Hall doesn't crush Ramondre dynasty-wise, but it's enough of a difference that I say to myself, give me CeeDee Lamb over Garrett if that's the price I got to pay to get into the Breece Hall business. But it's a great question. I appreciate your super chat, and I'm sure some disagree with me, and honestly, it's a pretty close call. So trust your gut on that one. And Angus dropping a $2 holler says, Smitty, it's Angus. Angus, why do you do that once a show? Not just because it's a super chat, but it's just, I don't know. I just think it could be a thing, a regular thing. All right. Ziggy, shut up. Ziggy, shut up. Austin, 10 seconds, go.
I'm really hoping my Rams do good this year, which they're probably not. And like what y'all were saying with the CD and all that, I'm agreeing with you there because, like I said, Brees is like slightly over Ramondre for a little bit, a little bit. And honestly, my opinion, but Garrett Wilson and CD are like same level type receivers.
Yeah, they could be. I could definitely get behind that. I don't think that's a bad take at all. Hit that thumb up button. We got 120 you still in here and only 50 thumbs up. All right, Austin, appreciate you calling anytime, pal. We'll see you later.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. See you later.
Later. Rock out. Final thoughts.
Yeah, how do you feel about quarterbacks like Geno and Jared Goff?
1 QB or 2?
2. I mean, 2.
I mean, of course, I like Goff in a 2 QB or super flex, like either one, mandatory or super flex. Geno, same thing, but in 1 QB, I'm not starting either one of those guys. Not because they're garbage, but because I can't stop drafting, the 3 ballers known as Joe Burrow, Fields, and T. Law, who are after the other 4 ballers that are at least 3 that I'm drafting constantly. If I'm going early QB, which I'm kind of not, because of the Burrow, Fields, and T. Law values, but I just can't find myself ever getting behind going Geno or Goff as my starter. And same thing with Cousins, and I know that makes Ron Navy mad all the time, but it's like it's not that Cousins can't be top 6 or whatever. He could, but I'm so firmly entrenched in T. Law, Fields, and Burrow. I just never ever need to draft Cousins. It's not that I don't like him, and I know that really pisses off Ron a lot, but I mean, thank you, Angus. Appreciate you. Smitty, it's Angus.
Angus.
Maybe I gotta. This is for Angus. I might have to create a little audio clip or something. That Smitty, it's Angus. Whenever he does that, I'll just hit it.
It's Angus.
It's Angus, Smitty.
Smitty.
Smitty, it's Angus. Smitty, it's me. It's Angus. Hello, Smitty.
It's Angus time.
All right, rock out. We'll see you later, pal.
All right, see you.
All right, I'm out of here, guys. I appreciate you all. Appreciate all your super chats. I'm just gonna take the rest of the night off. Not that I'm taking the night off. We've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, so it's like we did work. But instead of going 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm gonna go watch what's that one Paramount show that everybody keeps talking about, The Lioness or whatever. I'm gonna go watch that. I'll tell you how that is. I'll see you all later. Everybody get out there and get, let's see, what are we going to get today? We're going to get, let's get Breece Hall. Get Breece, baby.
Breece Hall is 8 foot tall. He will always answer the mother freaking call. Don't let him fall. In the third, don't stall. Just give Batman the freaking football.
He's Breece. He's Breece.
He does a whole of a job. A whole of a job. A whole of a job.
Breece Hall, please report to the moon.
He does a jale bayot.
Get Breece.
Don't forget the show is going to switch to 8 p.m. Eastern Monday through Friday instead of 7. That is going to be August 1. August 1. 8 p.m. Eastern instead of 7 every single Monday through Friday. Let's ride.
He's on a shuttle to Mars. Mars men. The Moon Men. Dropping loads in outer space.
Space Monsters.
Peace out, everybody.